Your brain's reward system is like a thermostat for motivation. And in today's digital age, it's stuck on overheat. Constant phone scrolling, TV binges, and sugary snacks flood your brain with dopamine, leaving you restless, unfocused, and less motivated over time. Dopamine itself isn't bad. It's the chemical that drives focus, pleasure, and motivation. But too much stimulation throws it out of balance. A dopamine detox is simply the intentional reduction of these high stimulation habits to restore your brain's natural rhythm. For seniors, this matters even more. It protects memory and mental clarity, boosts motivation and mood, and reduces anxiety and mental fatigue. Today, you'll learn 7 simple, senior-friendly steps to reset your brain and rediscover the joy in everyday life.
Step 1. Identify your dopamine triggers. Before you can reset your brain's reward system, you need to know what's constantly pulling its strings. Dopamine triggers are activities or habits that give you a quick burst of pleasure but leave you wanting more, and often they keep you coming back in unhealthy ways. For many people, especially seniors, these triggers can include endless hours of television, sugary snacks, scrolling through social media, online shopping, gambling, or even compulsively checking the news. The first step is to track these triggers using a simple stimulation diary for 2 to 3 days. Each time you feel an urge, whether it's to grab a cookie, turn on the TV, or reach for your phone, write down what you're doing, what triggered the urge, and how you feel afterward. This creates a clear picture of patterns you may not even realize exist. Senior friendly tip: use a notebook or paper journal instead of a phone app to avoid the very digital distractions you're trying to reduce. The goal here isn't to judge yourself, but to build awareness. By seeing your triggers clearly, you gain the power to manage them, which is the first and most essential step in rewiring your habits for a healthier, happier brain.
Step 2. Set a dopamine detox window. Once you've identified your dopamine triggers, the next step is to give your brain a chance to rest and reset. This is where a dopamine detox window comes in, a specific, intentional period when you avoid high dopamine activities altogether. You can choose between 2 approaches. Full detox day. Pick 1 day a week where you completely cut out high dopamine habits like social media, TV binges, online shopping, and processed snacks. This allows your brain to fully recalibrate. Mini daily detox. Dedicate 1 to 2 hours each day to being completely free from technology and overstimulation. Use this time for calm, low dopamine activities such as reading, walking, gardening, or gentle stretching. For seniors, short, consistent breaks often work better than long, extreme detoxes. They are easier to maintain, less overwhelming, and safer for emotional well-being. Preparation is key. Let friends and family know you won't be available instantly during your detox time, so they don't worry or expect immediate replies. Before you start, have alternative activities ready: a good book, a crossword puzzle, or even a warm bath, so you can transition smoothly without boredom tempting you back into overstimulation. Step 3. Replace stimulation with restorative activities. A dopamine detox isn't just about removing overstimulation.
It's about replacing it with healthier, more balanced sources of joy. Instead of instantly gratifying activities like constant TV or scrolling, choose restorative habits that engage your mind and body in a calmer, slower way. Great options for seniors include walking in nature, which combines gentle exercise with fresh air and sunlight. Gardening, which offers a sense of accomplishment and connection to life. And reading physical books, which stimulates the brain without overwhelming it. Gentle stretching or yoga supports flexibility and relaxation, while creative hobbies like painting, knitting, or solving puzzles keep the mind active and focused. These activities still release dopamine, but in a gradual, steady way that nourishes rather than overwhelms your brain's reward system. This prevents burnout and helps your brain relearn how to enjoy simple pleasures without needing constant high-intensity stimulation. Senior tip: whenever possible, combine these activities with light social interaction, such as walking with a friend, joining a book club, or attending a community gardening group. This adds an extra layer of mood-boosting oxytocin, making the experience even more fulfilling and supportive for your mental well-being.
Step 4. Nourish your brain with dopamine-balancing foods. What you eat plays a powerful role in how your brain produces and regulates dopamine. To keep your dopamine levels stable, focus on foods that naturally support its production without causing big spikes and crashes. Start with tyrosine-rich protein sources like eggs, fish, and lentils. Tyrosine is an amino acid your body uses to make dopamine. Add omega-3 sources such as walnuts, flaxseed, and salmon, which improve brain cell communication and protect against cognitive decline. Include plenty of antioxidant-rich foods like berries, green tea, and leafy greens to fight oxidative stress, which can damage dopamine-producing neurons. During a dopamine detox, limit foods that cause rapid dopamine surges followed by crashes. This includes sugary snacks, highly processed carbs like white bread and pastries, and excessive caffeine. These can trigger temporary highs, but often lead to fatigue, irritability, and renewed cravings. The key connection is blood sugar stability. When your blood sugar is steady, dopamine release remains consistent, keeping your mood balanced and your focus sharp. For seniors, this balance is crucial for supporting memory energy levels and emotional well-being, making nutrition an essential part of any successful dopamine detox plan. Step 5. Practice mindful stillness daily. In a world full of constant noise and distraction, moments of true stillness have become rare. Yet they are essential for rebalancing your brain's dopamine system. Mindful stillness gives your mind a break from chasing the next source of stimulation, helping it relearn how to focus and find calm without constant rewards. When you sit quietly without TV, phone, or other interruptions, your brain shifts into a more restful state. This reduces anxiety, lowers stress hormones, and sharpens attention. Over time, it strengthens your ability to stay present and enjoy life's simple moments, a key goal of dopamine detox. You can practice mindful stillness in many ways. Meditation helps you observe your thoughts without reacting. Prayer offers spiritual grounding and emotional comfort. Deep breathing exercises calm the nervous system and increase oxygen flow to the brain. Senior tip: begin small. Start with just 2 to 5 minutes of stillness each day,
perhaps in the morning or before bed. Gradually increase the time as it becomes more natural. Pair it with a soothing ritual, like sipping herbal tea or sitting in a sunny spot. The goal isn't perfection, it's creating a daily pause where your brain can reset and recharge.
Step 6. Reset your sleep-wake cycle. One of the most overlooked ways to restore dopamine balance is simply getting quality sleep. During deep rest, your brain repairs dopamine receptors, allowing them to function efficiently. Without this nightly reset, even the best dopamine detox will feel incomplete. For seniors, healthy sleep is especially important because it supports memory retention, physical balance, and stable mood. Poor sleep, on the other hand, can worsen forgetfulness, increase fall risk, and lead to irritability or low motivation. To reset your sleep-wake cycle, focus on good sleep hygiene. Avoid screens at least 1 hour before bed as the blue light disrupts melatonin production. Dim your lights in the evening to signal your body it's time to wind down. Stick to a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends, to strengthen your internal clock. You can also create a relaxing pre-sleep routine, like reading a physical book, taking a warm bath, or practicing deep breathing. Over time, your body will associate these cues with sleep, making it easier to drift off naturally. A well-rested brain is more resilient, more focused, and better able to enjoy life's pleasures without depending on constant stimulation. Step 7. Reintroduce stimuli in moderation. A dopamine detox isn't meant to eliminate pleasure forever. It's about creating a healthier relationship with stimulation. Once your brain has had time to reset, you can gradually reintroduce activities you enjoy, but with intentional control. Follow the 80-20 rule. 80% of your time should be spent on low dopamine healthy habits such as walking, reading, gardening, or cooking nutritious meals. 20% can be for controlled, high dopamine activities like watching your favorite show, enjoying dessert, or scrolling social media. The key is sequencing. For example, give yourself 20 minutes of social media after a 30-minute walk or a phone call with a friend. This way, the healthy activity comes first, and the stimulating one feels like a reward, not a default habit. By reintroducing stimuli slowly and deliberately, you prevent your brain from slipping back into old patterns of overconsumption. This balance helps maintain focus, motivation, and joy without exhausting your dopamine system. Think of it as teaching your brain that pleasure is something to be earned and savored rather than something it expects all the time. In the long run, this keeps your mind sharper, your mood steadier, and your motivation strong. Precautions for seniors. While a dopamine detox can be highly beneficial, seniors should approach it with care to ensure it supports rather than harms overall well-being. Avoid extreme fasting or cutting out all pleasurable activities for long periods, as this can lead to feelings of isolation, loneliness, or even depression. Balance is key. If you have a history of depression, anxiety, or other mental health concerns, always consult your doctor or a qualified healthcare provider before making major lifestyle changes. They can help you tailor the detox to your individual needs and ensure it's safe. Also, stay physically nourished and hydrated. Skipping meals or drinking too little water can cause fatigue, dizziness, and mood swings, which may make the process harder. The goal of a dopamine detox is to restore mental clarity, energy, and joy, not to punish yourself or create unnecessary stress on your mind and body. A dopamine detox isn't about deprivation, it's about restoration. By stepping back from constant high stimulation habits and replacing them with healthy, low dopamine activities, you give your brain the chance to reset, recharge, and function at its best. The result? Sharper focus, more joy in simple moments, and renewed motivation to live each day with purpose. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making small, consistent changes that protect your brain health and emotional well-being as you age. Even just a short daily detox window can make a noticeable difference over time. So here's your challenge. Try your first mini dopamine detox tomorrow, even if it's just 1 hour, and see how you feel. Then share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more brain and body health tips designed especially for seniors.